Welcome to the Pinball Podcast. I'm your host, Liz. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Marcus.
Hello. This is Backlash. Wrestlemania Backlash.
It's back. And it's lashing.
And we've got WrestleMania Hell in a Cell next. Followed by WrestleMania Money in the Bank.
I don't understand why we have Hell in a Cell in June.
It shouldn't even be a pay-per-view. It should be just like a stipulation.
Yeah.
That's like if there was a pay-per-view all around steel cage matches. Or tables matches. Well, I guess there's TLC. But that's kind of like each match is table, ladders, or chairs, or combination. Like Extreme Rules. But this was Backlash. Nothing too big about the show. I mean, matches were good. A lot of really good matches. I think the biggest highlight was Ronda winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. And Charlotte getting the broken arm.
Yeah.
I
don't know. It was just kind of like a weird night where it was like not that many matches, first of all. You know?
Yeah, there were only 6 matches, only like a 3-hour show. It was like a Raw, if Raw was all matches. But this is the problem with like monthly pay-per-views you run into. Especially right after Mania. I feel like they should take 2 months after Mania.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, it's a good show. Cody versus Seth was fantastic. Omas and Bobby was better this time around than last time. Edge and AJ was again better this time around than last time. We got Rhea joining Judgment Day. Charlotte versus Ronda, which I actually enjoyed this match. I thought it was pretty decent.
I'm just begging Rhonda to get a better insult.
Yeah. Ronda's she's got a lot to work on, like across the board, but still a pretty fun match. But then we had Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin, which was fun. That was a good match. And then Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus The Bloodline, that was a great match. That was very good storytelling for what they managed to do.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Now, for those who don't know how we do predictions, for every... Well, we predict the outcome of every match, and for every incorrect prediction, we have to do a dab of hot sauce. I have Sting hot sauce. You can't see it, but it's Sting. I think it's made right here in New York. I think I had this last time. I got a couple chips. So, Liz, what are you dabbing with?
I am going to use my lovely, very delicious truffle hot sauce because my mouth is in a lot of pain, and I think that's going to be not so fun on my intestinal system today.
Yeah. Because you bit your tongue very badly somehow. Like bruised.
Yep.
God. And whoever has the most correct predictions will be crowned the Pinfall Podcast Prediction Champion and deal a punishment to the loser. I am currently the reigning champion after what was the last thing we did? Last pay-per-view? Was it a Final Battle? No, it was Windy City Riot. Because after
Yeah.
Indy City Riot, I got the trophy. Now, let's reveal how we did this time around. What's up?
I was just gonna say real quick. Not only is my tongue bruised on this side,
Mm-hmm.
I also bit there, and
My God.
I bit the inside of my mouth. Like really hard.
What happened? Did you like just
I
grow
don't
new
know.
bones in your mouth that you can't control?
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
For those who were there for our Impact post show when we made these predictions in the first place, you'll remember we had pretty much the same predictions except for one, which was the deciding factor, and that was Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. So, Liz, how did you do with predictions overall?
I got 5 right and 1 wrong.
And I got 4 right and 2 wrong. So, Liz, you are the new Pinfall Podcast Prediction Champion. And this will be delivered to you soon.
3 to 5 business days?
Yeah, maybe 5 to 8.
Okay.
Do you have a punishment?
Honestly, I don't. I don't know what I want to do.
Gotta come up with something.
I know. Part of me is like, can we just like put this off till like Tuesday? And I'll punish you Tuesday.
People want to see it now. This is what they tune in for.
Yeah, but like if it's not a good punishment, then it's not a good punishment.
Oh.
Well, the one thing I'd like to do is the Guess Who again, but
that would take time to mock up.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is like unless because you had like a thing.
I do have a thing. I can just send it to you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I have to find it again. I don't remember which. Oh, I found it. All right. Do you have you have access to it, right?
I probably do. I just need a link.
Copy link. All right. It's in the Discord.
Okay.
Now let me see if I can show this to the people. See if there's a way. Kinda got it. I kinda got it. Oh. I just gotta rescale it so that everyone can see the Guess Who. So how does Guess Who work, Liz?
Guess who's going to get 2 questions per match. And I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Do I guess at the end? Like after the last match?
No, you guess when you're ready.
Okay. And if I'm wrong, what do I do? What happened? What's the punishment part of this?
You gotta have you should have more chips.
You should have more chips. It's all right.
Yeah.
I won't need it. I won't need it because I'll get it right. I'm good at Guess Who. I'm great at Guess Who.
Yeah. Okay.
And for reference, everybody, this is what the Guess Who board looks like. Notice all the various names on it, or faces rather. And Liz has or will pick one person on this board that I will have to ask questions about. And yes, who?
Imagine it's not.
That would defeat the purpose of the game.
Yeah, but that'd be wild.
All right, so do you want to start talking about matches?
I do, actually.
Okay.
Do you want to start by guessing who?
Well, no, I'll ask a question. So it's like yes or no questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this person currently in the WWE?
No.
Okay, so I can cross out ones. Oh wait, let me share the board with everyone. I can cross out ones that. Let's see, can I do like? Yeah, cross out ones that are in the WWE right now. Shinsuke. Roman. Cena, not. He's kind of a weird one. Brock, is Brock in the WWE right now? I guess you can't tell me.
I mean, I don't really know. I would say no at this point, but
Becky, Bailey's still in WWE. Kofi. Okay, all right. Those ones have been eliminated. All right. So
okay.
two questions or just one?
Yep, two.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh wait, maybe one. Maybe one.
Yeah, because I crossed off a lot there.
Okay. All right. So we'll make it one, and God, yeah, I didn't really think this one out. So, all right. So let's start this. Marcus, who did you guess, or who did you pick?
For Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I picked Seth Rollins because I thought they would make it even, 1-1, before Hell in a Cell, but no. Stupid.
No. I picked Cody Rhodes because I didn't think that would happen. So we start this match. Seth is having fun. He goes for a belly to back, but Cody lands on his feet. He then blocks like an arm drag as well, kind of stumping Rhodes. Seth then slaps the back of Cody's head. Cody goes kind of bananas. Gets up on him in the corner, punches him. Only gets one hit in, though, before Seth escapes to ringside. We get a big pump knee that sends Cody off of the apron. And then a lariat that turns Rhodes inside out ringside. After that, we get a vertical suplex to Seth and a disaster kick. Cody goes to bounce off the ropes for another disaster kick for whatever reason. I don't know why we're repeating moves this early on in the match. But Seth sends him over the ropes. Then he throws him into the barricade. Cody gets also sent sternum first into the buckles when we're back in the ring. Then Seth, starts chirping at the crowd, basically, only for Cody to turn around, start striking Seth. We get a couple of roll-ups. Both men then go up top. We get a vertical suplex or a superplex to Seth. And then a clothesline to Seth sends him from the ring. Cody goes off the ropes with the intention of hitting Seth, but Seth avoids it. Then he gets the Cody cutter in the ring. Doesn't do anything, really. Then we get an enziguri and a super kick to Cody. Seth goes for the stomp, but fails. Cody goes for the crossroads, fails. And then we nearly get a pedigree from Seth to Cody. And then Cody tries to hit the pedigree. And then Seth hits the Falcon Arrow to Rhodes. Eventually, Cody goes off the ropes and gets caught by Seth, gets buckle bombed. Rollins goes off the the top turnbuckle with a 450 moonsault type vibe, twisty little thing. I don't know. But Rhodes avoids it. Rollins lands on his feet though. Gets a super kick for his troubles, however, slowing him down. Then we get a superplex to Cody. Rollins goes for another Falcon Arrow, but Cody reverses it, hits the crossroads. However, when he goes to pin him, Seth gets a foot up on the ropes, so the pin is not a pin. And then Cody goes up top and then goes for a moonsault. Seth moves away, so Cody lands flat on his face. Rhodes then gets hit with the pedigree. Seth starts doing the dusty punches to Cody. Cody stops him, though, and and then hits the crossroads, goes for it a second time. Seth kicks him. Then we get a near vertebraker, but Seth avoids that. He rolls Cody up with his tights. That doesn't get the pin. Cody does the exact same thing, and that gets the pin.
Real fucked up of him to use the dusty punches.
I know.
That was so messed up. Oh, God. This match was great. This was so great, because it's like Seth just fucking with Cody, and so many counters. Love good counters.
Yeah.
And Cody continuing with the pedigree teases.
I know.
Love the crowd popped for it.
Yeah.
They
were down.
And he almost tried the vertebraker. I want to see what a WWE vertebraker looks like. Because there's no way he does an actual vertebraker when they ban drivers. Pile drivers. But a lot of fun. So, what?
I said absolutely.
Then we had Omas versus Bobby Lashley. And let me get the Guess Who board back up. All right, so we have some crossed out right now. Any in red have been assumed to be eliminated. So let me ask this. Is this person a masked wrestler?
No.
No. Okay, so we can safely eliminate Lindsay Dorado. Can eliminate Penta. Can eliminate Jushin Thunder Liger. Sting?
No. For every incorrect prediction, or not prediction, every incorrect guess, you do have to do a dab.
Wow, that wasn't a guess.
But I just gave you an answer.
I said Sting because, like, is Sting wearing a mask?
Oh.
And I mean, you said no. So it wasn't until now that I realized that you were saying no to it being Sting. So I can cross off Sting.
Suck.
Alright. So we've still got a good number left. So not in WWE and not a masked wrestler. Okay. Alright, I think. Although Orange Cassidy was a masked wrestler at one point.
I'll let you use your judgment.
No, I'm not going to cross him out. Alright, so Omas versus Bobby Lashley. We both picked Omas. Because Omas has to get over at some point.
Yeah. MVP distracts. Bobby gets knocked on his ass. Omas splashes Bobby. Starts like squishing his head like a little grape. He then drops Lashley on the buckles. We get a big boot to Lashley. Lashley ends up koala-ing Omas. Twists him up in the ropes. He pummels Omas for a little bit with his arms like stuck in those ropes. And then he gets the hurt lock on MVP, which really doesn't do shit because it's MVP and he's not part of the match. And then kind of pulls Omas's arm because Omas like grabs him basically, and he pulls Omas's arm like kind of like a pump handle style against the ropes. Then he gets the hurt lock on Omas, but Omas ends up powering free. Some boots to the chest of Omas and a few strikes, but outside of planting Omas on his ass, which was like probably the only time we've really seen Omas take a bump, Lashley goes right into a knee from Omas, gets sent into the buckles. MVP smacks him, and then Omas slams Bobby down on his ass to win.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent match, especially after what happened, or not what happened, but after how their match at WrestleMania went. It was good to see Omas try some more stuff. But Bobby looked great through the whole match. That hurt lock was really convincing. And good on Bobby for trying to play it safe, it looked like, with Omas.
Yeah.
We're still doing a good job. All right, so up next is Edge versus AJ Styles. And we bring back the Guess Who. All right. I've got, let's see, how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 more questions to ask. All right. Is this person currently a champion?
No.
Okay. So I can cross off Samoa Joe. I can cross off Josh Alexander. Jay White is not a champion right now. Penta's not. Yeah, he's not. Brock isn't. Goldberg isn't. Johnny isn't. Chris isn't. Kenny's not. Yeah, Kenny's not a champion. Orange isn't. Okay. Alright. Alright, narrowing it down.
Okay. Okay, so AJ Styles versus Edge. It's kind of a beatdown at the beginning. Styles ends up connecting with a dropkick that levels Edge. Edge ends up twisting the arm of Styles around the turnbuckle, and I'm gonna cough now. Got a tickle. So he twists the arm of Styles around the turnbuckle, and then he gets AJ gets catapulted into the steps and like sort of the post ringside by Edge. Edge, however, gets Pele kicked, rocks his ass. And then we get some clotheslines to Edge and a sliding forearm. We get a Hurricane Rana off the top rope. It's a near fall, but it's not quite enough for the pin itself. Then Edge gets a crossface on Styles, but Styles breaks free. He goes for the calf crusher, gets it. Doesn't really work out though. Nothing happens. And then a turnbuckle is disrobed, and AJ successfully sends Edge into it, but it's not enough to win still. Then Edge goes in the corner for the spear, but AJ hits him with a step-up knee. He slings Edge onto the ropes, then gets the Styles clash, but again, that's still not enough for the pin. And then Damian comes, and he stands on the ramp, and he's like, I'm not at ringside, though, so this doesn't count.
That was dumb.
And of course, that was really dumb.
They should have security backstage, like, stopping him from coming out.
Yeah. And of course, this distracts AJ. However, Finn comes out. Finn attacks Damian, because then Damian ends up in the ring. Mm-hmm. And then AJ goes up top. He gets pulled off of the top turnbuckle by a mystery person that's very clearly Rhea Ripley. And then he gets choked out by Edge.
It should be like the rule should be, since Damian's on Edge's side, if Damian comes out at any point, then match is disqualified and AJ wins. That should be the rule. I know it doesn't fit the storyline, but it makes sense.
I know.
Maybe it could show up on the Tron or something. Finn and Damian brawl backstage.
Yeah.
Then Rhea comes out, busts up AJ. There you go. Or maybe Damian shows up in the crowd.
Yeah, there you
go. But still, a lot of fun. And we reveal Rhea Ripley to be part of Judgment Day. She's got all black hair. She's all extra goth now. But she looks great.
I do love a mixed stable, so that'll be fun.
This whole faction's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
I hope they can get one more person. Be like a real right hand man, because it feels like Damian's not really a right hand man. He's just eating pins.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I thought Finn would be. He would be like the actual right hand man while Damien eats pins. Maybe they'll get like break up like the Viking Raiders and put Ivar with them.
There you go. That's an option.
Or get fucking Drew Gulak. All right. So next up we have Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I Quit match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And let me bring back the Guess Who. All right, so is this person a legend?
Like in the classic, like Ric Flair type legend.
Like veteran, most likely retired.
No.
Or dead.
No.
They're not a legend. Okay, so I'm crossing off Macho Man, Scott Steiner, Andre, Goldberg. I'll scratch off Goldberg. He's a legend. Cena. I mean, Cena's a legend, but he's not like retired. Should have been more clear about that. Beth Phoenix. I'll leave Beth. Brock's definitely a legend. So I'll cross off Brock. Why did I cross off Sting?
Because I told you that it wasn't Sting.
Oh, right, that's why. Alright. And I'll cross off Booker T. He's a legend. Okay, so we've got left... Oh, I'm gonna cross off Bret Hart, too. So we've got Kenny, Orange, Johnny, Chris, Beth, Cena, Moose, Penta, Jay White. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going.
There's a couple more people that you did not list.
They're all crossed off.
At what point did you... Hang on.
Oh, wait. Penta is crossed off. Because he's a masked wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't list TJP, you didn't list Sami Callihan, you didn't list Candice.
None of them are on here.
They are, though.
I mean, I have it up.
Yeah, I see who you crossed off. You're missing rows A and B.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I was like looking at this, I was like, he didn't list Randy, he didn't list Drew. Well, actually, Randy you wouldn't have listed, I guess, because he is a champion right now.
Alright, so then I gotta expand this a little more on the screen and here as well. Okay. Alright. So Drew and Ricochet, they're gone. Randy's gone. TJP is not a champion. Is not a legend. He's not a masked wrestler. There was another thing. Champion, WWE, legend, masked wrestler. Okay. Johnny, Chris, Moose, Ember, Candice, Evil Uno. He's a masked wrestler. Sammy and Jay. All right. Oh, transition. There we go. All right.
Okay.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna keep this the way it is. Do you want to start with the Ronda Charlotte match?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, I enjoyed this. I thought it was fun. It was definitely one of the better I Quit matches. Aside from Ronda being Ronda Rousey.
Sorry, I'm like freezing cold right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get a waist lock on Flair. Ronda wrenches her around by her arms. Charlotte then clotheslines Rousey, just fucking drops her ass. And then we get a German suplex to Ronda, which Ronda ends up rolling right into an armbar on Charlotte, but Charlotte rolls to ringside to break that armbar. We get a big boot to the face of Ronda from Charlotte. Pat McAfee was also like on a different fucking level for this match and the next one.
Yeah.
Ronda then like gets two kendos and like does like a fucking like pose at the top of the ramp with them before wildly flailing them at Charlotte. Looked so stupid. We then go into the crowd. Ronda gets like choked out against the railings by Charlotte, and then nearly gets hit with a chair, but Ronda ends up kind of like catching it. Back ringside, she wants the Piper's Pit, but Charlotte rakes her eyes. Charlotte is then caught against the ropes and put into an armbar upside down. She's stuck in that until she lets go of her, like, holding on to the ropes with her legs. That gets her free. Eventually, Ronda is put into the figure 4 by Charlotte. That does nothing, and then Charlotte wishes her a happy Mother's Day, which turns into Charlotte getting thrown into an armbar with her arm through a chair for Ronda to win.
Yeah. Yeah. Had some good spots. That finish was a good spot. Yeah. Some good stuff. Aside from Ronda, like, not being very good. Charlotte carried her through it for the most part. And we didn't go over predictions.
Oh.
We haven't gone over predictions for any of these.
Yes, we have.
We didn't do Edge and AJ, which we both picked Edge. We both picked Ronda.
Right.
All right. Next up. What?
I said righto.
Next up, Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. We both picked Moss because, of course, he would get over in this match.
It'd be really weird if he didn't.
Yeah. All right. More Guess Who.
More Guess Who.
All right. Let's see. Johnny, Chris, Orange, Kenny, Moose. Let's see. I'm trying to think of like something not so simple. Is this person currently in a faction?
No.
No. Okay. So it's not Kenny. It is not Orange Cassidy. That cancels out the whole first row. It's not TJP. It's not Chris Statlander.
As you go through this and you're like, it's not this person, I'm like praying you don't say who it is because I'm like, maybe I fucked up.
It could be Beth, could be Cena, could be Candice, could be Ember, could be Moose. It's not Jay White. Okay. Oh boy, we're really Got one more question. I gotta make the next one a fucking good one. Alright. Alright.
You ready?
Yeah, let's talk about Moss and Corbin.
Yeah. So everything Corbin does, Moss has a response. A kick by Corbin to Moss, kind of knocks him on his ass. Then we get a big choke slam. Pat is like talking shit about the crowd because he's Pat.
Yeah, he said something about some dude being a dick behind him or something.
Yeah.
In Rhode Island at Dunkin' Donuts Arena.
Bless his soul. Corbin slams Moss into the turnbuckles, sends some elbows to his chest, and then hits him with the half Nelson. We get fast Corbin right into a big lariat to Moss, now senton onto Moss. Corbin is then driven into the post and punched by Moss. He gets hit with a fallaway slam. It's not enough for the pin. We get a deep six and basically a pin, but still not, even though the ref kind of counted to 3. And then Moss rolls Corbin up with a sunset flip to win the match. And
yeah, it was pretty decent. Not bad. It was like as good as Drew and Corbin was at Mania, which is pretty good.
Yeah, decent enough.
So then we get news from Kayla Braxton that Charlotte Flair has fractured her radius. And as Pat McAfee pointed out, the radius, there's 2 bones in the arm, one of which is the radius, and that is what she fractured. Probably kayfabe, because as Brian Alvarez pointed out, she's getting married, so it's a way to write her off TV for the meantime. But with that said, what's going to happen with Rhonda as champion now? How long will she hold on to that belt for?
Yeah.
And who's next?
Me.
Sure. I feel like it's Bayley. Bayley should be next.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And Bayley would also be a really good person to carry Rhonda through promos. So that Bayley can do all the talking and Rhonda can just stand there.
Call her a bitch.
Yeah. Plus, there's not many heel. I mean,
there's not many women, so.
Well, who's?
Oh, unless it's Rhea.
No. No, Rhea's on Raw.
Oh, whoops.
I was thinking Naomi, but Naomi is the tag champ.
Yeah.
Although it hasn't stopped them before with Bayley and Sasha.
Sure.
Asuka's on Raw. I feel like Bayley would be the next best. Yeah. Unless they wanted to go like Carmella in there.
I don't know. Hopefully not.
Carmella managed by Corey Graves.
Stop now.
That would be a killer feud.
No, it would be. God, I'd cry.
Alright, so next up we have the main event, Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus the Bloodline. 6-man tag. This was a ton of fun. Like, this was great. We both picked Drew and RK Bro.
Yeah, stupidly.
Because, I mean, according to WWE standards, everyone on Drew and RK Bro's team is a world champion in their eyes, or potential. So they wouldn't want any of them to eat the pin. But, little did we know, Riddle would be the one to eat the pin. So now with that said, let me do my final dab, and you do your first.
I love the silence. So peaceful.
I've like lost all my tolerance for hot sauce. I've kind of stopped eating it on stuff for some reason. Alright. Back to Guess Who. We still have Johnny in the mix. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Johnny, Beth, Cena. I'm gonna cross out Cena because he's a legend.
Yeah, that's fair.
Beth is kind of a legend too, but maybe not in your eyes.
You can ask this question and then you can I'll go through the match and then you can give your final guess.
Okay. Alright, so Johnny, Beth, Candace, Ember, Moose. I want one that eliminates like half of them. An easy one would be, is it a woman? But don't know if I want to do that.
Okay.
So much. Are there 6? Wait. Candace, Ember, Moose, Johnny, Sammy. Okay, he's the one I'm forgetting. All right. I got a good one. Oh wait, no. I was gonna ask, was this person released from WWE, but only one of them was. Candace and Johnny left on their own.
I should put a time limit.
Is this person... Oh man. Okay. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, fuck, no. Is this person a Gargano?
No.
Fuck. I was hoping you'd say yes, no, just leave it to 2. Oh, damn it. Okay.
Alright, can I jump into the match?
Yes, if you're in a rush.
I'm not. No, I just like knowing that I've done a very successful job with guessing who.
Or I just did a very bad job of asking questions.
Well, you did forget about 2 rows, so.
Yeah. Alright.
All right. So Randy starts off the match by threatening to get Drew's sword, which he doesn't do, but you know. Riddle's then in. We get a gut wrench suplex on Jimmy before Drew gets in. He hits Jimmy with a kick to the stomach and then suplexes him as well. Roman gets in after much deliberation, and then immediately tags out. Jay gets in off that. He gets a really big boot from Drew. What was that?
From who?
He gets a really big boot from Drew, and then like kind of a fucked up belly to belly. That definitely Drew like lost his hand on like Jay's body. Riddle gets back in while Drew and Randy chit chat for a little bit on the apron. We get a cheap shot from Jay to Riddle while Jimmy distracts the ref. And then it continues, and Drew and Randy kind of get pissy about it. Jimmy goes up top. He flies down with a drop elbow after a backbreaker to Riddle from Jay. Roman gets in. He talks just a little too much shit, gets punched by Riddle, hits Riddle with a back elbow, though.
Would you say he talks too much?
I would say. Yeah, so he plants Riddle on the ground. Jay then shoves Riddle into the corner, locks Randy, who sells it like it's his last goddamn bump on like a WWE stage. And then we get Drew versus Roman for a little bit, and he tosses Roman, hits him with a neck breaker, hits Jimmy with a neck breaker. He wants the Claymore, but Jay distracts. We get an uppercut to Riddle, and then Randy gets pissed off. The uppercut's from Roman, obviously. We get a Claymore to Roman, and Randy is so ready for the tag. He is fucking feral. He gets in, Jimmy gets in, he power slams both Usos, hits the Draper DDT, gives an RKO off onto Roman. Randy then gets super kicked and basically no sells. RKO's Jimmy. And then he wants the Claymore on Jay, but he gets super kicked, and then we get a double super kick from both Jimmy and Jay. And then it's Riddle and Jay together. There's a kick upside Jay's head and a knee to Roman, and then a senton to Jay, and then a running knee and the fisherman suplex. He hits the floating bro, but it's not enough for the pin. And then Riddle starts doing the Randy Orton thing, like slamming his fists on the mat. And he wants the RKO, but gets rolled up instead. We get a neck breaker to Riddle, but Randy breaks up the pin. Randy starts beating Jimmy ringside. We get a Superman punch to Randy from Roman. Drew sends Roman into the steps, clears a table, hits Jimmy with a Glasgow kiss, just for good measure. Reigns then sends McIntyre through that table because he was distracted by Jimmy. And then it's just it breaks down a little bit. Riddle gets a bunch of knees to Jay, but Jay goes up top. He gets RKO'd off the top rope. And then Roman hits Riddle with a spear to win.
Yes. A very fun closing sequence. And they didn't play into Drew maybe being the next challenger, so I have no clue what's next.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I feel like Shinsuke's next. Because apparently they referenced that again on SmackDown. So maybe Shinsuke to buy time at Hell in a Cell. And then... Or triple threat. Shinsuke and Drew. Drew pins Shinsuke. Saves Roman from eating a loss.
Maybe.
And that happens at like Hell in a Cell or Money in the Bank.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. So up in the air right now.
It is. It's very weird.
All right. Let's finish up Guess Who. I've got a guess.
Okay.
I got a damn good guess.
Okay.
It is Beth Phoenix.
It is not Beth Phoenix.
What?
Sami Callihan.
Damn it.
You know, that's why when you didn't say his name earlier, I was like, did I fuck up somehow?
It's when you said, it's when I asked about it being a legend and you wanted to specify, I was like, it's somebody that's kind of bordering there.
Whoops.
Threw me off. You threw me off.
I
I was like, it's either Moose or Beth. I completely wrote off Sammy. Damn.
Yeah, you were really confident.
Thought I had it. I thought I had it with the Gargano question.
I thought you were going to ask, are they from Impact? And then you would have gotten it.
No, because then I would have guessed Moose.
Yeah, I guess it's fair.
Damn. I also didn't think you would pick Sammy. I thought Moose and Sammy. Wow. I figured Moose and Sammy were two people that you would just avoid. I gotta make an updated version of this so that we can do it more.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, you want to go over the best of the night now that we've finished our recap?
Sure.
All right, let's talk about Wrestler of the Night. And if you have a question for us, after the best of the night, please leave it in the chat now. Be about wrestling, not wrestling, anything while Liz is falling asleep. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment. We'll get to it in the next one. If you're listening on Spotify, join us at twitch.tv/The Pinfall Podcast to chat with us live. All right, Wrestler of the Night. Here are 3 options: Edge, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles.
Seth.
Really?
Yeah.
I wanted to go with AJ because AJ was selling that arm so well through the whole match.
AJ.
There we go. All right, so now let's talk about match of the night. As always, we go from the worst match to the best match of the night. We'll talk about which match is the match of the night. Starting with 4 out of 10, Omas versus Bobby Lashley. Had this been a clean win for Omas, would have been a little upsetting for Bobby Lashley fans. But I feel like I would have preferred that. Like, have Omas get over clean. Because Bobby just can't figure out how to take down this behemoth. But it was still fun. It was good to see Omas wrestling a bit more. Trying more.
Yeah. It's growing.
Yeah. Next up, 6 out of 10, Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. It was fun. It was fun. That was really it. Next, although, one thing I do want to point out was Corbin going for the senton. And doing whatever move that was. I don't remember. Like, it was like a package driver, but he just let him go. You are falling asleep. You are falling asleep sitting there right now.
I'm not falling asleep. No. I'm thinking.
Your eyes closed.
No.
All right. But yeah. Next up, 6 out of 10, Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. It was fun.
Okay.
Next, 7 out of 10, Edge versus AJ Styles. Very fun match until the Damian Priest stuff happened. But otherwise, really, really great match. Next, 8 out of 10, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton, and Riddle versus the Bloodline. This is probably one of the best 6-man tags this year.
Definitely. I totally agree.
And then finally, match of the night. For me, Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. It was like a classic that they put on.
Should have seen that coming.
Cody, I very much respect Cody because he constantly tries to one-up himself. And he definitely did it, one-upping his match at Mania. And Seth is such a good opponent for him. Because they both love referencing things.
Yeah. They're good storytellers.
Yeah. And I'm excited for their blow-off match.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Do you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
This match had a lot of personality.
Yeah. So that's our match of the night. Let me see if we have a question on the YouTube. Right now, we got none in chat right now. Don't know if we actually have any on YouTube. Yeah, okay. Alright, so no questions. Liz, would you like to close out the show?
Yes, if you tuned in tonight, thank you so much. And if you tune in the future, thank you so much. This will be on Spotify relatively soon, hopefully. Please join us on Tuesday because we will be back and better than ever doing our WWE 2K22 stream. That's gonna be super fun. We haven't done that in a minute. And then we'll be around Wednesday for the Dynamite show, probably.
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah, definitely around for that.
and then we'll be back on Thursday for Impact.
What are you leaving? Well, we'll talk about that because we'll get Thursday, right? Oh, I know. I'm thinking of next week. Never mind.
Yeah.
Thinking
It's
next
like
weekend.
you got a couple days before you got to worry about that.
As far as the weekend show goes, now that we're done with this weekend show, because we're going to the Strong taping next Sunday. Are we going to be able to do a weekend show next weekend? No? What if we do a Saturday show?
I'm gonna
No?
be upstate for part of Saturday.
Okay. All right. So no weekend show coming up this weekend, or the weekend after, or the weekend after that. But
We will be back with
June.
our weekend shows in June. We're very busy, unfortunately.
Yes, May is probably the toughest month of the year.
We'll probably be back for Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's June
Actually.
5th.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. Follow and subscribe. All of our stuff is the Pinfall Podcast at Spotify, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm at the Mark Cameron on Twitter. Liz is at Eliza Elaine23, and we'll see you all on Tuesday for WWE 2K22. That's not slowing down at all. We'll see you all on Tuesday. Have a great start to your week. A great Monday. See ya on Tuesday. Bye-bye.